right. I'm going to start off by saying all praises and glory and honor goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS for teaching me this truth. Hey, Shadawan to you, Akim, that's believing this truth, pushing this truth to the four winds of the earth. Shadawan to you, very few Aqua, that's listening and learning in quietness. This is your brother Amath coming back out of Jacksonville, Florida. As you see in the title, it says just listen, repent, and pray. This goes into a video that I was watching last week on Elder Manak Zatbak channel. And he was just, I think it was a re-upload if I'm not mistaken. But he did a very, very video just sharing this with the, with the remnant, with the hopeful elect, Lord willing, we have those first fruits. So I want to share a little bit of it on my channel, on my platform, to, you brothers and sisters, be aware. So we're just going to jump right into it. Let me see. It's Elder Manak Zatbak, brothers, sisters, newbies on the channel. Subscribe to this brother's channel. It's Big Brother, Elder Big Brother, GMS Walk and Talk 08, or is it? It's just Walk and Talk C8. Elder Manak Zatbak, beautiful brother, does very edifying videos. You got another channel. I think when you click on it, now I ain't gonna click on it because I don't want to mess it up, but for the sake of the video, we just go ahead and start the video.
I need to pay attention to this, so I'm gonna play it now. It's a lot to it. Brothers, watch the comment board. Any demons, get rid of them. We don't need them. So let me set it up. So everybody, you sisters, be in order. If you want to get the info, if not, hey, it is what it is. So I'll put the link up first before I even play it. Let's put up the link, and I'll also try to remember to put the link in the description. All right, who knows how long it's gonna last before YouTube take it down? It's got so much in it, but we'll see. Let me turn up the volume. Now, this is entitled July 2020 Report by Deborah Tavares. Okay, so she's like an insider or whatever. I don't know the lady's background, but the information seems solid. It's consistent with what we've been reporting on. And this is 53 minutes long. There's a break in there, like 27 minutes or somewhere in there. We'll see what, how it goes. Stay, listen close.
This is Deborah Tavares with StopTheCrime.net. Be certain as you hear what is going to be broadcast today that you subscribe to our YouTube video channel and also tap the bell notification so you are notified whenever we post a new video or send out email blast outs. Most significant now because we are certainly in a massive battlefield and we're keeping everyone apprised as to what is happening at various locations, not only in the United States, but across the world. I am the guest host for Pastor Butch today, and I certainly will underscore that this is war, and we're on a battlefield. In fact, this is total war, and no prisoners are going to be taken. No prisoners will be taken. All humans and our animals are to be murdered.
Don't overpay for camera gear. Wikibuy can
commercial or something. Salaki, y'all.
Save you money. It's a browser extension that automatically
murdered by the
let's go back a little bit.
Be taken. All humans and our animals are to be murdered by the cabal, using all its weapons of war against us. Silent, electronic, bio, and kinesthetic. This is an attack on all fronts: mind, body, economic, vocational, family, food, water, electricity, sanitation, with very powerful attacks by pulsed beam, electromagnetic frequencies and scalar waves, as well as ELF, which is extremely low frequencies. We've been talking about this for years.
All right, y'all, I got to stop it right there real quick. I just looked at this word on the phone. She mentioned this attack by the cabal, right? Salakia, let's we're gonna come right back to that. So you can already see what type of video this is gonna be, you know, what the stuff she's about to, you know, go into. Now, another thing, don't get tripped up when you hear Esau, Edom, or people that look like the Esau, Edom telling stuff, or because they always speak as if they're concerned about all humanity. But y'all, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know where that's going. Okay. So let me go over here real quick. Let's look up this word and we'll get right back to it. All right. So here from Google, she said that this is being set up by the cabal. Now, one of the tricks of the wicked are these so-called Christians and these different truthers. They'll say, oh, they want to kill us all. Well, that's true. They do want to depopulate. But at the end of the day, this is the Israelites versus the whole world, man. We only concerned with the elect of the house of Israel. That's our own goal. So this is the word cabal right here.
Cabal.
And it says a secret political clique or faction, which we know to be the Illuminati, the upper echelon, the elites. And they got senators, judges, presidents. You know, they got all the people that work for this society. They're a part of it, man. Right? On some level. Now it gives you similar words: clique, faction, group, set, band, party. It says camp, gang, ring, cell, sect. Look at that. Caucus, league, confederacy. Right? You get the idea. Let's see here. It says, who are the members of the cabal? It's not relevant. What does the name cabal mean? Yeah, a cabal is a secret plot or a small group of people who create such a plot. In this case, the 1% or the 1% of the 1%, the Illuminati, the illuminated ones, right? And they do want to kill some of their own people, which is scriptural, which we'll get that. It says some conspiracy theories are based on the idea that governments worldwide are in the hands of a powerful cabal. Cabal comes from the word Kabbalah, also spelled Kabbalah, which refers to a Jewish tradition of interpreting text. And I'll just keep it simple. Y'all know where that's going, and you know what you can get around to that, man. Look at this guy. Why do you constantly come on the comment board? If you got such an issue, why bother? This nigga GMS Walking Talk cannot get his wife to come into the truth. You know he cannot convince anyone else. You are right. I cannot convince anyone to come into the truth, because when you read Isaiah 34:16, what does it say? It says, my mouth has commanded, in his spirit it hath gathered them. So true indeed. Dumbass. I'm sure they got you out of here already. That's just young Wu, which is probably some disgruntled Israelite. It doesn't matter what you say. You're nobody. You need to get a life. You said you were going to show up and expose GMS, but you didn't show up, bitch. Where you at? We waiting on you. You're never going to show up because you ain't got shit. You're a low-level scoffer with no life, no nuts, and that's it. The Most High is going to destroy you, man. So you're absolutely right. I can't convince nobody to come into the truth. Thank you for confirming it. So let's get back to it, y'all. We're just going to keep on rolling, all right? Never mind the demons. They're going to come, right? That's how you know we're doing something right. So let's continue on. So we know what cabal is. Let's go.
Chemical attacks are also comprised from the CIA and they developed a gay bomb, an endocrine disruptor to neutralize sexual differences and destroy male and female sex roles and disrupt reproduction. We are seeing and witnessing this now. Massive chemtrails have been dispersing millions of pounds of barium and nanoaluminum, which work with the EMF, electromagnetic frequencies, from satellites and cell phone towers, which kill our crops, destroy forests, and make them more incendiary, and cause large increases in early onset dementia and strange memory and brain dysfunctions, like an inability to express thoughts into words appropriately. I've covered this in many videos on stopthecrime.net. Please look at our former videos. This cabal is having COVID-19 sprayed on oranges in Florida and produced in certain areas at night and activated by remote inductive electronics, as well as catalytic viruses and activating chemtrails flashed by EMF, electromagnetic frequencies. In fact, we've talked about the Deagle.com website, which is an interactive website of the ratio of murders throughout the various developed countries and worldwide. And we have to know and understand that the Deagle.com is accurate in its predictions. It can predict human death depopulation figures because it uses advanced predictive quantum computers and the Looking Glass. And they are likely closely connected to those that run the entire worldwide satanic control network. So I've just summarized what many of my videos have been telling you in small bites. And I'm going to go over some of the psychotronic and acoustic weapons systems and projectors. You need to understand these are all U.S. patents. And we have been attacked. We are the enemy. And we're under mass attack. The global population is under mass attack. We've talked about silent weapons for quiet wars for years. We are being attacked by silent weapons for quiet wars system. I want to add right now, all of you keep your eyes open. Mercenaries are being sent into our communities to be activated upon command to cause increased chaos at night. Remember, John F. Kennedy warned us, guerrillas by night instead of armies by day. We are seeing that here in Northern California.
I'm going to pause it right there real quick. That was a point that came to my mind earlier. And that's why when I came on the live stream this afternoon, I said, watch out. You don't need to be out a whole lot, because that right there sounds like that, like, oh, you know what? That make a lot of sense. It's not just that, you know, in crowds or groups, because a lot of times you're hearing these crazy, oh, there's this many people shot in Chicago, this many things happen over here. A lot of that shit be happening by, you know, it ain't happening by us. Just like the whole Black Lives Matter movement. So be careful. Watch out, man. You know, watch out. It's a lot. That's why we say a lot of things are coming down the pipe. So you need to be focused in this truth. Keep your mind on these studies. You know, keep, you know, the spirit of, you know, tell you what to do. But you need to more, your thing should be studying, reading. Don't be all out in these damn clubs. Don't be all out in these neighborhood gatherings. You don't know what the hell gonna happen, man. But the Most High gonna start judging people. A lot of people gonna start dying, man. So just be careful. All right, this is a good scripture. Amanah Yasharallah, Nahum 1:7. The Lord is good, a stronghold in the day of trouble, and He knoweth them that trust in Him. If you don't trust in the Most High, hey man, nobody is gonna be able to fake this. In this video that we're listening to, this should compel you, and you should know nobody's getting out of this without Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. You don't believe in that name? Fine with us. See how far you get. You don't believe that we're the Israelites? You don't believe we're the prophets? Fine with us. Let's see how far you get at the end of the day. And if from time to time, I'll stop it and read a few scriptures here or there to keep it fresh, because, you know, after a while you get a little bored. Yasharallah News 144, Revelation 12:12. Rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And that's why things are speeding up, because these people want to try to get their new world order started. They want to try to get it in gear. They want their plans to be accomplished. But what the Most High is doing, He's orchestrating it all. He's putting evil spirits on these people to move forward with their plans, so He can bring forth His plan, because we can't get out of here until these things happen. You know, to the mark of the beast, to the FEMA camps, to World War III, Jacob's trouble. These are the big things that we're waiting for to happen. So you should be glad. You should be rejoicing. Let's listen more.
And it looks like unusual campers positioned in different places, moving from time to time just to change their location. Understand the level of attacks planned in our neighborhoods. This is absolutely paramount to understand. Before I get into the various patents that have been used on us and formulated to be used on us, I want to go over some of the headlines today, where they're talking about the neurochip will stream music directly into our brain. Well, they've been doing this to targeted individuals and much more sinister and torturous directed.
Now, real quick, I gotta interrupt again. There was a video that was done last week by Elder Yashawama from the Dallas camp, Remnant Say 144, where he showed. Let me just real quick. I'm gonna bring that up and give y'all the link. He did because the article came around in the Brotherhood, but he was the one that did the lesson on it. I don't know if anybody else did, but let's show. Let me give you the link to his video because it was by Elon Musk was the one that was talking about sending being able to play music. I stream it through your brain or something like that. I'm gonna just try to go to it and show it real quick. So when she said that, bam, it's linking right up with what we've been reading now. At the end of the day, they can put this information out there. Whatever's not true, it's not true. But whatever is true, is true. It didn't hurt you one bit to get information because like we've been saying, information is power. Okay? You get information, you just never know, man. Most High put the spirit on you. You might bring out something through the Brotherhood. It might go with something that you heard. You can bring it out to the Brotherhood. Remnant Say 144. Go to the Elder Brothers videos, and I'm gonna bring the video up. And these devils got a lot of plans, transhumanism, all types of stuff. All right, let's see here. Where is it? Y'all just give me a second. It's so we've been doing so many videos, man. I might have passed it already. Just hold on. Yeah, here it is. Stream music directly to your brain. And that's this devil's technology, man. He's doing a lot of things with this secret technology and different stuff, which a lot of Israelites got a problem with that. This is the technology stuff, brother, man. You crazy. Most High put the spirit on these people to do things, and he's going to reveal it to his sect of prophets, as the scriptures say. Let me get the link to the brother's video. Here it is right here. It says, Elon Musk claims his Neuralink chip will allow you to stream music directly to your brain. You see? So it's a lot of stuff coming out these days, these last days. This is the link to the elders video. If you get opportunity, check it out. Damn it.
Just bear with it, just right quick, y'all. Right here, cut out. Should get ready to come back on.
So when people try to say, "Oh, that ain't written about," or this or that, well, it's not our fault that you don't believe in the secrets, right? Because the Most High gives secrets. Okay, He reveals secret plans and secret agendas and things that are hidden that no one else knows. Amos 3 and 7. Let's read that real quick when we get back to the video. It says this, Amos 3 and 7. Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants, the prophets. We're going to get information at times other people don't have. We're going to get things that sound far-fetched to other people. They're not going to believe it. Like, case in point, what is the mark of the beast? Hey, most of the Israelites don't even believe that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. That's okay, because it's a secret that they wasn't supposed to know. The name of the Lord, right? Things like that. We're going to be receiving secrets and things, and other people are not going to believe it. That's all right. They're not supposed to believe it. The Lord didn't put the spirit on them to receive it. So it is what it is. Let's get back to the video. Just want to take that quick, interjection. All right. I think I got it back up. Yeah, I got it back up. Let's do this. Says it really ain't that important to have to see it. I'll just play it that way. I'm going to move it back a little bit. A few seconds.
Planned in our neighborhoods. This is absolutely paramount to understand. Before I get into the various patents that have been used on us and formulated to be used on us, I want to go over some of the headlines today, where they're talking about the neurochip will stream music directly into our brain. Well, they've been doing this to targeted individuals and much more sinister and torturous directed energy weapons used on targets, and we'll discuss that in a moment. They also talk about Colombian president calls for a multilateral COVID solution. Well, I can tell you here in California, they're looking at fines and penalties for anybody that does not wear a mask. Fines ranging from $100 to $500, possibly imprisonment. If you are open and you are a business, you can be fined $5,000.
Y'all, hold
When I
on.
first saw this product, I thought
Commercial.
it was kind of crazy. Didn't really understand. What the benefits would be, but I had seen some before and after.
The clamp is coming down on all of us. We can no longer continue to talk about what is happening. You all need to take individual direct action for your own safety and security. And I would certainly recommend that each and every single one of you watch your children carefully. Certainly we know that sandwiched between all of this is the theft and trafficking of our children and other people as well.
I'm gonna stop it right there because somebody's gonna ask this question. Okay, there's nothing wrong with like the elders and brothers been said a month or so ago, because this lady, what these Edomites they'll love to say is you got to get your bug out kit, you got to have your doomsday prepper gear, you got to have this. Let's make sure we got this. You're gonna hear her saying things like make sure you got this, make sure you got that. Hey, at the end of the day, if the Most High put the Spirit on you, if you got an opportunity to get you some extra water, to get you some canned goods, or to get this or that, if the apostles been going into, if you can afford it, have some silver on hand, some gold on hand. These things are just meant to get you out of a bond, get you out of a tight situation, whatever. It's not meant. It's not your salvation. It's not.
Doing it again.
It's all good in the hood. Don't worry about it. And these things could occur. Y'all already know. Whenever we go into something high power, this often happens. It's all good. We're back. Okay? Lord willing. Is everybody, can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? You know they're monitoring. Okay, we back. Okay, we good. So what I was saying was, like the brother said in the comment board, if you get an opportunity to get you some rice or whatever, you got to do what's best for you. You know your situation. But as far as getting a whole freezer full of stuff, not a freezer full, getting a whole closet, a whole cabin full of stuff. Hey, if you have to run, you're gonna have to leave all that behind. So do what you can do. If you get an opportunity to get a few extra things, there's nothing wrong with that. But we are not doomsday prepper Israelites. We're not against. If your man want to have a weapon, just don't publicize what you're doing, man. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. If you got weapons, nobody needs to know that. Okay? But none of those things are going to deliver you as long as you know that. Okay? This is a thing of faith. So let's just continue on. Because I know somebody's going to say, well, this lady said because you got Jake. I got a bag, I got a duffel bag, you got matches and potted meat, and well, you shouldn't eat potted meat anyway, because that's wickedness. But whatever it is, nothing wrong if you got some beef jerky, or you got some canned goods, you got some water, some supplies, nothing wrong with that. Candles, you need stuff. Be smart. But be more spiritual than carnal at the end of the day. Let me just do it like this. So let's go. We're gonna play more.
So form family members at least of accountability. Not that they will know or agree with what you think, but just to check in, to look out after one another. We're hearing too today that Barcelona, Spain is now back on lockdown. That is being discussed here in California as well, and this will happen because they say COVID is for life. They talk about how isolating the elderly is bad for their health. Well, of course, it shortens their lives. People do not do well in isolation. In fact, it's torture. In prison, they put you in solitary confinement. That is a form of torture. We are being tortured. We're wearing masks that are certainly causing blackouts and people to have heat strokes, and we are being told we must wear these. I know of people that have had heat strokes. They can't breathe very well. They're lightheaded. They don't feel good. Well, this is the intention of this cabal upon all of us. We're watching unusual happenings now in Portland, Oregon, wherein we're seeing mercenaries sent in by the federal governments with unmarked uniforms and undercover mercenaries in crowds, just as what was told us in France with the Yellow Vest attacks. These people are being picked up in unidentified vehicles, many of the protesters, and taken away. So that's just some of the current news. Of course, there's much more. We're in a greater degree of lockdown here in Northern California, Southern California more so, because they say that the degree of new cases has increased. Well, we know that COVID is not as being described. It doesn't infect as we are being told. And I hope that all of you will go to stopthecrime.net. Please go to our video YouTube channel and look at some of our latest postings. They are critical if you wish to survive. If you wish to survive, you now...
Another commercial probably. We'll do this. I just put it on mute while the commercial plays. Now, she was in the process of saying, if you want to survive, you got to do this or this. Is that true, Saints? If you want to survive, you got to do what she tell you to do? Of course not. No one decides whether you live or you die other than Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's it. You got your faith in the Most High through His Son. You got nothing to worry about, man. We know how these things go. So I'm gonna go with it. Let's see, we're at 9:24. Let's go back a few seconds. Here we go.
If you wish to survive, you now must understand that the time is now. There is no turning point. The midnight hour is now past. So I'm going to go over some of the forms of psychotronic weapons that are being used on us today. And I want to give my appreciation for this information to a number of people, one of which is Dr. Preston Bailey. And with that, I want to tell you what is now happening to all of us based on the patents that have been adopted in the United States and abroad. They talk about psychoacoustic projectors, and it's a U.S. patent 3566347, dated February 23rd of 1971. A device weapon which can actually deafen the target. Another one, silent subliminal messages, U.S. patent 5159706, October 27th of 1992. They talk about extreme audio frequency ranges are amplified and modulated with desired material and propagated acoustically for desired inducement into the brain. This is an excellent method of influencing people without their knowledge and is used in advertising. Well, let's talk about that. On StopTheCrime.net, we have an Aquarius operations briefing that was given to us by a whistleblower. People now can be psychotronically induced to commit murder. We're going to see increased events of psychotronic inducement of people on the streets that are too close to all of the wireless and the targeting and the directed energy weapons. We're going to watch this happen. So prepare yourself. All of you, prepare yourself for madness beyond your understanding for most of you. Let's talk about the electromagnetic satellite technology. And this is a neurophone, U.S. patent 3393279, dated July the 16th of 1968. We have been set upon for decades. We are the enemy. We are being harvested, not only for body parts, not only for adrenochrome, not only for sexual rings that sell us for sex and our children, but for ritual satanic abuse. And that is horrific. Also, the millions of targeted individuals all over the world have been being experimented on for decades with these kinds of weapons systems. As the majority of people go to work every day, go home, watch ball games, eat dinner, eat junk food, and ignore what is happening in the real world. We have no more time to ignore. And we're going to talk about some things you must do before the show is over today. But I want to go over electromagnetic satellite technology and the neurophone, again patented in 1968. It's a device that converts sound to electrical impulses, sometimes referred to as the voice of God. You can type that in, voice of God. It makes a person think he is crazy when the signals are sent to the brain. It makes a person think that God is speaking, or even an alien is speaking to them. It targets the unique bioelectrical resonance frequency using vibrational patterns in the brain called a signature, and it acts like an audio receiver. Now, I would recommend all of you look at purchasing or reading Project Soul Catcher. It's by Robert Duncan. Understand that he discussed the secrets of cyber and cybernetic warfare. He revealed the cybernetic mind control by the CIA and their use of psychotronic weapons and their pursuit to weaponize neuropsychology. They have. We are all sitting in the face of danger, and really very few are acting, and that's what is occurring. Let's talk about electromagnetic energy weapons, because certainly we know that there's planning to be a serious cyber attack on the United States. Probably it's going to hit the electrical grid. That's what we're being told. So a quick
commercial. Oh,
So you hear this stuff that's going on. It's a lot. Just within this one video, you hear all this stuff that's going on. Hold on. Show you something.
You can hear the ionizing radiation with this Geiger counter here. So let's see if 5G radiation gives off any ionizing radiation. No increase. The reason there are no clicks is because 5G radiation is non-ionizing radiation and has a wavelength in the millimeter range, very close to what microwave range frequencies, just like Wi-Fi and microwave ovens, give off. So technically, the main damage we need to worry about with 5G is if it's giving enough power to heat your body up like in a microwave. So I have here one of the first 5G radiation detectors. Let's see how strong the signal is from my phone. Whoa, 1089. Now let's see when we go near a 5G tower. So even though the tower is giving off a lot of radiation, I'm further from it, so you actually get way more radiation holding your phone to your head than being near a tower. But does this radiation even matter? Well, it's orders of magnitude lower than the amount that could cause heating to your body. In fact, the battery warming up in your phone is going to cause more heating on your body than the 5G radiation is. Aren't you glad cell phones don't use uranium? This is a small sample of uranium. You can hear the ionizing radiation with this Geiger counter here. So let's see if 5G radiation gives off any ionizing radiation. No increase. The reason there are no clicks is because 5G radiation is non-ionizing radiation and has a wavelength in the millimeter range, very close to what microwave range frequencies, just like Wi-Fi and microwave ovens, give off. So technically, the main damage we need to worry about with 5G is if it's giving enough power to heat your body up like in a microwave. So I have here one of the first 5G radiation detectors. Let's see how strong the signal is from my phone. Whoa, 1089. Now let's see when we go near a 5G tower. So even though the tower is giving off a lot of radiation, I'm further from it, so you actually get way more radiation holding your phone to your head than being near a tower. But does this radiation even matter? Well, it's orders of magnitude lower than the amount that could cause heating to your body. In fact, the battery warming up in your phone is going to cause more heating on your body than the 5G radiation is. Aren't you glad cell phones don't use uranium? This is a small sample of uranium.
So, Let me see. You can go watch this movie here. It's called Mom and Dad, with the star Nicolas Cage in it. Um, um, and in this movie, let me see. I can just people was just bugging out.
What is the rush today? It's like we're waiting for a buffet.
What's going on?
You can go watch that. These people was bugging out because they turned on some type of radiation, some radio signal, and any man, woman, child that heard it, it was just going crazy. Now, for the sake of the movie, the children, they wasn't affected by it, but the parents was, and it was making the parents, kill their own children. But it starts with like a radiation signal wave, and it'll just do something to them. And we know that those that done took the Juicy Juice shots back in 2020, will be affected, because in those Juicy Juice shots, there's things that's breaking down things that you need in your body, and as she said in the video, they're spraying that stuff over the oranges. She said in Florida, they're spraying it on the oranges, but they're putting that stuff in all the foods. So this is why we say, hey, you definitely got to be prayed up for the times that we're coming into, because it's a rough time, man. It's rough times. And this is a repost that the elder Manat Zapbat, the big brother, did. But just to share, Revelations 12:12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil has come down, and we know devil stands for the deceiver, so them that deceive the earth, hey, is coming down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. So he know that he have a short time. And that's just what you're hearing in the video. Hey, this is some of the stuff that we hear that he's getting ready to come down with, that he's already, doing. And this is just a repost, a re-upload. But still, we know that, hey, these are we in those times, man. And see, it goes back to your church houses. And this is why we tell you, come out those church houses, because Acts 7:48, he don't dwell in hands he don't dwell in temples that made by hands. Because your pastors, they're not talking about this. They talking about you. It's going to be a better year. You need to humble yourself down. You want that man this year. You want that woman this year. You want that car this year. You want that job this year. I'm going to show you how you do it. Tithe here, tithe there. That don't have nothing to do with what's going on, man. Don't have nothing to do with what's going on. This is why we tell you, hey, come out of that, man. Because they're not teaching you nothing. You're not learning nothing. Your spirit is dry. It's dry. You're just drying up. Dry grapes in them, man, looking like raisins. Let me see. It's what, hey, you're not talking about this. Jeremiah 30:7, at last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Right? Who is that he? Hey, that's the elect. Starting with the 144,000, then, you have the remnant. That's the, which is men, women, and children. Hey, us that's believing in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, us that's putting off that old man, repenting every day on a day in, day out, praying that he have mercy upon us, because it's his wrath that he's bringing. Church is not talking about this. And this is why we're telling you, you got to come out in church houses, because they're taking your money. Daniel 12:1, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which stand for the children of thy people, which is who? Israel, you blacks, Native Americans, Spanish, Latinos, respect of birds. We're talking about you and you only. As you heard in the other video that I did before this, hey, you still don't believe you're the people. This is talking about you. And there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. So it's going to be it's going to be so crazy that Michael got to stand up and protect us. It's going to be a lot going on because Esau going to come down, which is so-called white man. He's going to come down with that great wrath. And he going to be friendly. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's not going to be friendly, man. Like Spider-Man say, everybody gets one. Yeah. Everybody getting one for real, all right. And that's what he's getting ready to come down with, that great wrath. So, let's see. Let's jump back into it. I say I'll play it for another probably like 5 minutes, but you can go, subscribe to that brother page and you can listen to the whole thing. Let me get it back up on your own.
Joe Biden. Nobody wants to hear you or see you, Joey. I'm going to stop it for a quick second. Come back to me for a little interjection. Yeah, brothers, saying some good stuff on the comment board. The only way, as you hear more and more, you begin to realize, which we already know, but it just lets you see how diabolical, as some people said in the comment board, how diabolical these devils really are, man. Now these people, these whistleblowers and these insiders are your regular, average, everyday Christian, Edomite Christian. They're going to make like we all together. We are not all together. And we ain't worried. This is not to give you fear other than the fear of the Most High. This is to let you know that things are moving. Things are being planned. But like, hey, we always say knowledge is power, man. Okay? Knowledge is power. The more you know, the more you grow, the more you can be up on it. Keep your prayers up. Keep your faith up, man. Because you're going to need it in the times that's coming. Right? So let's read a couple. Let's see here. I'm going to read this brother's scripture right here. This is Prince of Yahweh, Isaiah 13:11. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. Part of the things that these people are planning, even against their own people, is because of their wickedness too. Okay, the Most High is going to cause these people to be punished, man. These low-level Edomites that are not on the top, they still going to get punished. They're going to get caught up in the iniquity that their own people are doing. What is that to us, right? It's meant for the devil and his angels. It ain't meant for the elect. It ain't meant for the elect to suffer death that way. Although some may die and become martyrs, but for the most part, we're going to be saved out of here, man. We're looking to get beamed up out of this madness, and these people can stay here and burn. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the hardness of the terrible. The further we go along, you're going to start to see the reason why we studied, why we did lessons, why we watch videos, why we put our whole life into this truth. Because these things that these people are continuously looking after, as far as fame, notoriety, money, all that shit is going to be blown away like wind, man. And this person right here says seeds. If you want to plant seeds, you can plant seeds. You want to have a garden, do it. We need to go into a whole dissertation about it. If you want to get your food, this, that, other, no problem with it. But what if you have to run off and leave all your crops? I'm just asking. I'm not snapping at you. Yeah, brother wanted you first aid kits. There's certain things you might need, candles. You'd be dumb not to be prepared on some level. But these things are not going to deliver us, But at the end of the day, what's the old saying? Let's see. Let me see if I can say it. He that fails to plan plans to fail. Okay, so you can plan a little bit, but at the end of the day, your story is in the hands of the Most High, man. Okay, and that's just the bottom line. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So it's got nothing really to do with your plans, but the Most High put His Spirit on you to do certain things that that can help you out. So let's move on. Still a lot more left to play in this video. See if I can get more. Let's go.
Can do for this moment would be have a power outage party. Turn off all your lights for at least 3 or 4 days. Get everything you need to survive in a power outage. Think of your weather where you're located. But plan on surviving. You will need to if you want to. make plans now, because these man-made disasters of weather weapons being used on us is unlike anything we have ever seen before, and it is going to cascade upon us in the coming period of time. They also took a poll that most Americans feel threatened by our governments, and a new Pew Research Center poll found that half of the Americans believe the government threatens their personal rights. You think? The national survey marks the first time a majority of Americans have viewed the government as a threat since Pew began tracking public opinion on the subject in 1995. Well, we're the enemy, and the government is aiming directed energy weapons at all of us, spraying us with chemtrails every single day and more. And it's never reported on the media. That is the bullhorn of the Illuminati, horrific, dangerous, torturous realities we all face. So let's talk about methods and systems of altering our consciousness, because that is what's happening. Our consciousness is being altered. This is also a U.S. patent, 5123844, dated June the 23rd of 1992, and another patent, number 5289438, dated February the 22nd of 1994. These systems simulate the brain with different frequencies and waveforms to alter the subject's state of consciousness. Let's look at electromagnetic field, EMF. Monitoring interference is one of the most insidious and secretive of all methods used by our agencies on us. So wake up. Please wake up. I have been doing this for a very, very long time, and it was horrific to understand the enormity of the assaults on us without most people even realizing it. Again, affecting the consciousness. People still weighing in between the presidential election. It's all a fake and a fraud. Everything is a fake and a fraud, and we are being exterminated.
You heard what she said. The president election is all a fake and a fraud. Try to tell our people that, man. People still go down there. You still believe your vote count, your vote matters. It's funny because before I had this truth, man, you know, it was already within me. Like, I'm not going to vote for what? It's all a lie anyway. That was already in my spirit. You know, I remember my grandparents used to be crazy mad at me. My mom used to be mad at me. You know, I told him to vote, but he don't want to vote. Why? It don't matter. These people, they gonna do what they gonna do regardless. Now having this truth, hey, Thawali, how about you shot? Because we understand that your votes don't matter.
So I talk about that on some of the recent postings on StopTheCrime.net on our video YouTube channel. Please share our information far and wide. Now let's talk about microwave weapons, a hearing system, another U.S. patent.
The commercial.
Our son is missing. He's a 2-year-old boy.
I'm just gonna mute that. And real quick, so y'all can see, you can hear, like Rome Brother said, you can hear the fear in her voice, right? But at the same time, man, this is a treat. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is allowing us to hear things that, you know, we're getting some of the secrets. And mind you, it might not be exactly like she's saying, but you should know enough to know that there's plans, there are things in the works. And you're going to hear her say, they want to kill off the blacks and the browns. You're going to hear her literally say that. So let's just keep on going. And the elder that's on the comment board, Elder Barak from GMS Ancient of Days, he just did a lesson where he was playing. I don't know if he played the whole video, but he's been playing some of this. And he played some of it. And he said, yep, everything we've been saying, everything the apostles and elders and brothers been saying for years, we told you, man. Well, the Most High told you through men that these people are devils, man. Wise up, repent. Because the only way you're going to get out of this, you're not going to deliver yourself, no matter who you are, no matter how many muscles, how much money, how good you look, how much your booty shake, whatever it is, whatever little carnal things you've been getting by in this society, they're not going to aid you. They're not going to aid. Now, you might get a little bit of comfort here or there, but these things are not going to deliver you. The only ones that's going to get out of this alive are the elect of the house of Israel. And that's it. And it's not open for debate. whether you believe it or not. Let's go. I'll go back a few seconds. Lock you.
Fraud. Everything is a fake and a fraud, and we are being exterminated. So I talk about that on some of the recent postings on StopTheCrime.net on our video YouTube channel. Please share our information far and wide. Now let's talk about microwave weapons, a hearing system, another U.S. patent dated 10/31 of 1989, and it's a device. It's a U.S. patent. Here's one of the patent numbers, 4858612, and that one is dated August 22nd of 89. They say that the first known experiment with microwave voices was conducted by Sharp and Grove in the early 70s. The Defense Intelligence Agency, the Advanced Research Project Agency, was principally to blame for the abuse of such technologies since Project Pandora and more. The CIA's Langley Research Center, as well as numerous scientists working in Energy Defense Department labs across the U.S., are also responsible. We have people working for paychecks, committing inside treason and death to all of us, while we go to work every day, raising our family, and now living with COVID, being imprisoned in lockdown in our homes. This is torture. Let's talk about brainwave monitors. When the brainwave pattern of an individual is detected from the use of one or more numerous types of detectors, such as a satellite, many of targeted individuals I know have been being continuously hit by satellites. These brainwave signals are sent to a monitor with a computer. These brainwave patterns are interpreted through a brainwave vocabulary that records the thoughts into words. The NSA monitors the brainwaves of their targets by satellite and decode the evoked potentials that the brain emits. So using lasers, satellites, and high-powered computers, the agencies have now gained, a long time ago, the ability to decipher human thoughts, and from a considerable distance, almost instantaneously. I hope you're hearing all of this. We're beyond the midnight hour. We are beyond. And now we must protect ourselves and our families. It is well beyond and into our homes and over our thresholds. Years ago, when we were certainly bringing realization to the deployment by Rothschild of the global smart electric grid, we were hoping that we could hold it off of our thresholds by informing people of the death and destruction intended by the
What if I told you you were the devil?
We tell them that too. I mean, we do the same thing.
All right, Salakia. That was a commercial, of course. So yeah, I mean, the more you listen, the more you want to listen. I listened to the whole thing at work. I was blown away. I was like, shit about to get off the hook, man. Just like brothers, apostles, elders, and brothers been saying, man. We've been saying it for a long time. We prophesied these things, but that was
about to get off the hook. Hey, it's about to get crazy out here. So hey, stay prayed up. You know, this is a repost, but as you hear, she's exposing a lot of things in the video. So hey, just understand that, hey, coming into those times, it's back out here in the news, you know. It's back out here in the news. So hey, we got a lot of things to be prayed up for, because these people, hey, they're gonna push their agenda. You know, they want everybody, you know, chip ahoy. They want to be in control. They want to know your whereabouts, what you're putting in your body, who all in your house, who in your car. They want to know all these things, man. So you definitely got to be prayed up in the times that we are in, because the love of many waxing worse and worse each day. People can't take pressure. And see, now we see that the weak is cracking. And so the weak is what? The weak vessels are what? Showing that that vengeance. They're showing that that craziness. They're getting wicked just to have their way, to so-called have they so-called freedom. It ain't no freedom. Micah 2:10. This is not our rest. This place is not our rest. And this is what we stress to our people, man. This is what we keep stressing. This is why we do video epistles. This is why we go out on the highways and hedges, man. Try to get our people to, hey, wake up. Hey, you better be listening. You better be studying. You better be seeking. You better be repenting. You better be praying. Because Isaiah 33:6, as we say all the time, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of the time. This is the times that, hey, the elders and apostles, has been saying, the brothers, this is the times that we're going to be going into. So you definitely want to have Yahweh Hashem Shah, in your favor, because the church is not telling you that. So anyway, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters edifying. You can go watch that video. Just look down there and you can type it in and you can watch the rest of that video, or you can watch it on that lady's platform. You can go to the beginning of the video and it'll show her name and her YouTube channel. So Lord willing, you brothers and sisters was edified. This is your brother Amath, coming out of Jacksonville, Florida, and Shalom.